Pain doesn't always leave a mark, but we carry it in our hearts, in our bodies, in our silence. We all long for something more: wholeness, peace, relief, hope. Healing is possible, and it begins with one brave step: saying yes to restoration. You don't have to stay where you are. Let healing in, let love in, let life in.
Hi, Collective. I'm Ancient, and thank you for sitting for that brief mini commercial. For those of you that are interested in consultations, you can email me at iamancient144 at gmail.com. Again, it is iamancient144 at gmail.com. There is a overwhelming sensation of grief that has come over me. I'm feeling like if this is you, um, you're reminiscing. Okay. I feel like you're going through stages of grief. It's something about self reflection and clearing out your heart chakra, also your headspace. But I feel like you're remembering all of the past traumas that you've experienced. Now, I am picking up on two messages because I feel like this is you, and this could also be someone that you are dealing with. Both of you ignited this within each other because there was no reason besides um besides the fact that someone needed to go through some sort of transformation as it relates to their heart chakra opening. And maybe this person has been acting as the king of swords, queen of swords, energy very cold and detached, but it's because of years and years of experiencing people who have dragged them, wronged them, and they just feel like they can't trust anyone. You could feel like this as well, or if you've almost given up on the idea of love, something about you'll never love again the way you used to love before. You don't want to be that way. Some of you could have recently experienced a lot of tears. It's okay to cry, cry it out. You need to get this out of your system. The thing that, all these interactions with people, what you need to identify is recognizing your part in it. Okay. Not to say that you did anything wrong to be treated in such a negative way, but what your higher consciousness want you to identify is to pay attention to people's true intentions, what their agendas are. Don't project your desires, your wants, your needs onto someone else. Take people for face value. So, whatever this person shows you, believe them. I'm also getting, for those of you who are thinking about dating someone, you could be questioning if you should date this person, especially if you know their history, meaning that if this is someone that you know has a history of lying, they were deceptive in previous relationships, and then this person somehow has shown up in your life and now they're trying to convince you that they are different, what I'm getting is that you need to believe them. Meaning, a leopard never changes its spots. Now, I'm not saying that this person is not going to be able to heal themselves, but what you need to understand is if someone is a serial pathological liar, cheater, manipulator, those behavioral patterns take years to break. And those behavioral patterns cannot be broken through you, meaning it is not going to just happen because you tell them that they are a narcissist or a liar. This person has to come to themselves. It could happen within this lifetime, the next lifetime. It can take many lifetimes and experiences for this particular individual, life lessons for them to break this generational pattern. I am getting that in this channel message that someone is dealing with an individual that has this victim mentality. They at one point were the victim, meaning when they were a child, this person could have been bullied or made fun of or dragged by family. However, now that they are a grown man, grown woman, this person has yet to break free from that wounded inner child. And so, therefore, they use that as an excuse to now project negative energy onto other people, treating other people with disrespect. I'm also channeling some of you have experienced this sort of childhood trauma that you have healed through interactions, through your relationships. I'm also getting where some of you could have strong sixth house placements, or some of you could have Mars in the sixth house, where you recognize a lot of the drama you experience is in the workplace. Now, that's not necessarily a negative thing. What it is that you could have specific placements in your chart where it seems that no matter what type of job you do, there's always some sort of conflict. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel as it relates to this. I feel that with each interaction in your workplace, you're supposed to take lessons from previous positions, previous corporations that you worked in, and use those same skill sets to move differently. And you're going to see how you've grown spiritually. And you're going to notice how now you're able to navigate negative situations within the workplace at a more professional and profound level versus how you used to handle them in the past. And for some of you, your calling is workplace consultation or like workplace. Some of you, your calling is human resources, meaning like you would like to work at a capacity where you are the mediator. Some of you have this energy of being like the peacemaker in your life. You know how to mediate, bring people together. People listen to you. That's what I'm getting for some of you. Some of you might even look into changing your career sector where your focus is human beings, one on one interactions. I'm also getting for those of you that have a background in human resources, especially if you are of different cultures, speak different languages. It's something about you being able to help people who may not feel comfortable going to their human resource department. I don't know why I'm bringing this up. So someone could be experiencing challenges at work. Now, on the other side of caution, human resources is not necessarily for you. Okay. Now, I'm not talking to those of you who are thinking about getting into the resources, human resource field, because you already know that as an HR person. But for those of you that are having some sort of conflict in the workplace, um, know that human resources typically is there to protect the brand, the company, the manager, the leadership. They are there to monitor the integrity of the company and make moves, whatever those moves are. So be very strategic. It does not mean that you shouldn't speak up for yourself, especially if you have a manager, you have coworkers, you have people who are breaking state and federal laws. Look those federal and state laws up in terms of harassment, discrimination, hostile work environment. Equip yourself with knowledge and embody the king and queen of swords. Don't depend on your manager or other people to get you information. For some of you, you may even need to reach out to an employment lawyer for unpaid wages, meal break violations, which is contingent upon the state that you live in. Meal break violations, meaning that a company could be breaking labor laws, meaning that you're working, 6 to 8 hours without a break, things like that. Some of you are dealing with challenges like that. So I advise you to do your due diligence, embody the king and queen of swords, and do your research. There's plenty of information out there now. Okay. I'm seeing the king of swords in my mind's eye. So someone is thinking about you. This could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but someone is in deep thought about you. I just saw the king of wands, could be two masculine energies. Um, Two males, could be the same sex, or it's just someone that's embodying both of these energies. It could be an air sign or a fire sign. This person is thinking about you. This is someone that you find very attractive. They are attracted to you. They're thinking about you because they're getting ready to take action. They're getting ready to put their foot on the accelerator because once they've made it up in their mind that once they go this route with you, that's it. I just heard someone say, I love you and I'm going to fight for you. Okay. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.